Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. I'm trying out a new product by Danessa Myricks and it's the Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. Now, this confused me so much in like just the wording like water powder, and I'm just like, okay, let's see how this works, because so far I've seen good things about it and they said you can use this for your whole entire face, but I would most likely will use this for my T-zone because it's supposed to be mattifying. So we are going to try this out today, but before we get started, of course, be sure you are subscribed to my channel, ring that bell so you're notified when I do upload a new video, and don't forget to give this a thumbs up for the reviews I've been putting out lately. Yes, I know it's been quite some time, and don't forget to follow me on my Instagram handle right here. And let's get started with the video. So I don't really have many Danessa Myricks products. I have the Yummy one, which we are going to talk about in today's video. And then I also have her blurring balm, which I got as a sample, and I actually really like this. I use this for my T-zone specifically, and I use a different primer for the rest of my face. So I am doing the same thing with this. So with mattifying primers, I tend to focus those mainly on my T-zone rather than my whole entire face, because I like to have some like natural glow going on around like my cheeks and everywhere else. But my T-zone, I prefer to keep it mattified as much as I can. So in my mind already, right off the bat, I wasn't too sure if this will work well with most foundations, because majority of foundations are silicone based, and when a primer is water based, it tends to separate, pill. It doesn't work in harmony all the time. So I was a little skeptical about that. And here's Luna, by the way. She just jumped on the desk. I was very hesitant about it, but I decided to pull the trigger and I was like, you know what? Let's give this a shot. Hopefully it works well and works well with like my other primer and my foundation. So for 49 Canadian dollars, a fluid ounce isn't so bad because you're gonna use very little product anyways, and the component is actually quite interesting. So when you open it, this is what the top looks like. It literally looks like, you know, a dropper. You don't squeeze it out. There's a instructions at the bottom here, and also here it says do not shake, but just tap the bottom and then it'll slowly like drip out drops. So it'll control how much will come out, which is quite genius because sometimes we go overboard with primers and, you know, just the products in general. So having a dropper, you can control how much you want. I put 5 drops because I wasn't too sure, but you can start with 3, and if you want to have more drops, you can. So you could definitely control the amount of drops you want to use or can use. So it's not being wasteful, which is again pretty genius, by the way. The consistency of it is very watery, of course, as you guys can see. And even when I applied it on, I wasn't too sure what to expect either, but it spread a lot. So 5 drops was a lot. I should start off with like 2 or 3 and just like went from there. So you do start with the T-zone and then spread it to the rest of the face. But again, for today's video, I am just going to concentrate on my T-zone for this because this is a mattifying primer. As I'm applying it, you can see that a little does go a long way. Initial thoughts when I first applied it was it didn't give me a immediate mattified look. Like it still looked wet and some glow to there, but I was thinking, you know what, let's trust the process. Maybe it will absorb everything in time. So I gave it like about a minute or so, and it looked like it was starting to mattify. It looked like it started to blur, but again, it wasn't immediate results. So then I put on my foundation and I used the Lady Gaga House Labs because I want to give this a fighting chance to see how it will work against my usual routine. So going in with the foundation, I noticed that everything was working well together. There is no separation. The 2 primers are not fighting one another. When I apply the foundation, nothing is pilling, which is great, by the way. I was expecting that the primer and the foundation would clash, but they work together, which is a pleasant surprise. And I obviously finished the rest of my face, so you guys will see the check-in right about now. Okay, you guys, so it is now 9:30. I've had this on for 9.5 hours now. So we are obviously going to be taking a closer look and see what the deal is, because quite honestly, it's looking really nice, and I was not expecting it to be this good. So I'm gonna scoot you guys in closer, of course, so we can have a better look of what is going on. I'm actually still quite surprised how well this product is working. Like, I did not expect it to be this good. So as you guys saw in my previous check-in, that was about a 6-hour check-in. So another 3.5 hours passed. You know what? I was expecting it to be a lot worse. For whatever reason, I just had like low expectations for this. So for it to perform this well, I'm actually quite surprised. Right now, I'm trying to take all of the cat hair off my face right now because I was hugging Apollo earlier. So my nose is a little tickly right now. So give me 1 second. Alright, so taking a closer look. So you can see my forehead, there's no like major shine happening. I wouldn't say it's matte either, but you can see there is a good glow to it for a 9.5-hour day. In terms of the cheeks, you can see there is a bit of glow going on as well. But as you guys know, I apply this mainly in my T-zone, probably a little bit around here. So there's some glow here because of the other primer. So whatever you see on camera translates into real life as well. Like, I could see that it's still pretty blurred out for a 9.5-hour day. My pores are minimized, blurred. This is a nice glow going on. I do not see any pore action going on. You know what? Even my smile line, I'm actually quite surprised by that because I did bring it down a little bit further around like here because I do have, you know, some texture, some pore around like my smile line area, and it is not settling, which is quite surprising to me. The biggest shock to me was more how well the primer worked with the foundation. Now, obviously, it being a water-based primer, it's not going to work with all foundations, but you guys can obviously try it out. If you do have more than one foundation that is your favorite, you can experiment and see. So far, it works really well with the Lady Gaga foundation. So I would presume, again, because this is a water-based primer, it should work well with water-based foundations. So it's up to you guys if you want to try out this product with your silicone-based foundations. But despite, you know, dropping a little bit too much and applying onto my face, it still worked really, really well. Like I said, blurred out, mattified for the most part for like a 9.5-hour day. It still looks pretty good, and I have a nice, like, healthy glow to me, right? And you know what? Like I said, whatever you guys see on camera, like how it's blurred out, it's translating in real life, which is unbelievable. I actually love this primer. It looks so good, and I'm actually quite sad that I am taking off my makeup now because I kind of want to wear a little bit longer just to enjoy how good like my makeup looks today. But unfortunately, that's not the case because I have to have dinner right now, and I gotta go to bed and wake up early to go to my Pilates class in the morning. And I'm also hanging out with a girlfriend, and yeah, I have a jam-packed Sunday somewhat. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!